Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I won't be doing a formal introduction. This will be completely voiceover because I've been sick and I'm starting to feel better. If you hear my voice, it still sounds a bit hoarse, but anyways, this is the look that I did for you guys. I wore it a few days ago at a friend's birthday dinner. It's a black smoky eye and I decided to do a glitter liner. Really loved how it looked, especially with my new hair, so I decided to film it for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and let's just jump right into the video. So the first thing that we're gonna do is primer eyelids, and I'm taking concealer. I don't even remember what concealer I used, and I'm using my fingers to tap it into place, and then to set it in place I'm using Laura Mercier translucent powder. Then for the eye look, I'm using the Katsina eyeshadow from the Saharan palette from JUVIA'S place, and I'm using this on a Morphe M139 or 38 brush, and I'm using this as a transitional shade. Next, I'm taking the Jamilia shade from that same palette. All the colors will be coming from this Saharan palette. And I'm using the same brush to apply this deep reddish orange shade as a buffer to my smoky eye. And because I'm not going to wing, I'm rounding out my eyes. So going into Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette, I'm taking the shade Cyprus Umber on the same palette. I totally forgot that. Same brush. I totally forgot I used this palette. And I'm just sweeping this lower than where I put that reddish orange shade, because I like my smoky eyes to have a nice gradient effect, and I don't like it to go from black to the orange shade. I like the little buffer. So yeah, the Cyprus Umber is my buffer, and I'm just building the intensity and blending it till it looks nice and smooth and well blended like that. So for a base for the black shadow, I'm taking this Wet n Wild cream gel eyeliner in the shade black, and I'm using a synthetic flat brush from BH Cosmetics to just apply this all over the eyelid, trying not to go up past my crease. And then I'm going to use the Sona Kashak brush to blend out the edges of this gel eyeliner so it's not such a harsh line. And you know, when it comes to this, it's a lot of blending. This eye look alone was like a good 30 minutes, not because it's a difficult look, but because of the blending. So for the black shadow, I'm taking Chad from the Saharan palette, and I'm using my Sigma flat shading brush to apply this on top of the gel eyeliner. And I'm going to go in with the brush that the blending brush from Morphe that we've been using to really get in there and really blend the edges of this shadow out to fuse it in with the other shadows that we had put in prior, so everything is nice, well blended, and transitions smoothly. And again, this took some time. It's like this, doing a smoky eye like this, you have to really focus on blending, because if you don't, it just won't look as nice as you want it to look. But just blend. So I'm taking this brush to help blend all the colors better, and yeah, it's just a part of my blending process. It wasn't necessary, but it helped me to blend, I guess, faster, if you want to say. And I'm taking this completely clean brush to blend around the edges of everything in between my brow bone and that orangey shade that we put. For glitter, I'm taking the NYX body glitter and the violet VOSS golden fairy glitter. And the reason why I use the NYX is because of the brush applicator and the fact that it already had like a base for the glitter to adhere to. So I found that this made it easier. The glitter itself from NYX didn't do anything, so I had to use my golden fairy glitter, and it just helped the process. I'm just removing the extra glitter that's got stuck to my lashes using my fingers. And then I'm taking my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Blackest Black just to prep my eyelashes. Now for lashes, I use this lashes. Don't ask me why. It didn't make sense because it doesn't look like I'm wearing any lashes. So don't do like me and get these natural lashes. You need to up it and get a booming lash. So for the inner tear duct, I'm going to take the shade Wodaabe. I chose this because it has a tint of green to it, although it's a goldish shade, and it makes the eyes pop a bit more. We're going to move on to the face, and so first I'm going to use this mattifying primer by Cover FX to apply this in my T-zone where I get oily the most. Then for my pore areas, I'm going to take the Makeup Forever smoothing primer and just tap that in with my fingers. For foundation, I'm going to take the Kat Von D Lock It foundation in Deep 76 Warm, and I'm using my damp beauty blender to apply this all over the face. Listen, I'm so in love with this foundation, no joke. It's like the best foundation I've used. Like, I don't need to color correct to get, you know, great coverage. Like a bomb foundation. In love with this foundation. I had a problem though, and you'll see it further, where because I didn't apply primer to my forehead, the foundation didn't stick well. But anyways, for concealing under our eyes or T-zone and all that area, I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape that everyone has been raving about. So I finally gave in and got it. It's in the shade Deep. When I first applied, I was kind of like, I don't know. So for contouring, which I don't normally do, I'm taking the Anastasia Stick Foundation in Cocoa. And I use this because the foundation and the concealer was more yellow undertone, and my face have both yellow and red undertone. So by using the Stick Foundation, it helped to give me my skin type texture. So I'm just blending out the concealer under my eyes and the other areas that I had applied it, like down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, forehead, you know, all that good stuff. So I decided to go in with this Sonia Kashuk brush to blend out the Anastasia foundation that I put on my forehead, but that was working. It was lifting the product. So I went in with my beauty blender, but I'd already created a mess because, as I said, I didn't put primer on my forehead, so the foundation was not sticking. So every time I went there, I was instead removing the foundation, which got so frustrating. But I decided I'm gonna still stick to it and go through, because I wasn't gonna start all over. So I'm just blending out the contour on that I placed in the side of my cheek and under my chin area, and I'm trying to really get that brow into that forehead into shape. But I moved on and I set all of my highlighted area with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I really love the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I feel like it kind of does mute down my concealer, so I really need to try that new one. But anyways, I'm also setting under my cheekbones just to make my contour pop a bit more. Now, I didn't show this product, but this is what saved my forehead, and it's the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder in the shade Dark. I use the Laura Mercier puff the puff thing to apply this all over my face, and as you saw, I put a lot on my forehead area just to help with coverage there, and it really helped. I really love this powder by Black Opal. I've been using it a lot. It's replaced my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and if you've been with me for a while, you know that's like my holy grail face powder, but this Black Opal powder is really doing its thing. For further contouring, I'm gonna use my Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Rich Mahogany, and I'm just going over the area that I had applied my stick foundation to further contour and deepen my face and bring out more of my feature and give my face some more, you know, dimensions. So we're going to go under the eyes, and I'm just first sweeping that reddish orange shade that we had used in our transitional area under my lower lash line, and then I'm going in with Chad on a flat brush, and I'm applying this close to the waterline to kind of smoke it out and give me a more darker, sexier vibe. And then I'm using the first brush that I used to apply the orangey shade to blend and fuse the two together. So for my waterline, I'm going to take this Lord & Berry Travel Black eyeliner and apply that in my waterline. And then I'm just blending under there again just to make sure it's nice and smoked out the way I want it to be. And I lost some of the Wodaabe in my inner tear duct from doing my face, reapplying that. For highlighter, I'm taking my Jo Michelle Artistry Skin Radiant highlighter in the shade Lovely. Like, look at that. Like, look at it. Dang, yo, like, I really love this highlighter. It's on and popping. So I choose not to do blush, so I'm just kind of, you know, fixing that highlighter, and then I'm just spraying my face with Fix Plus to wake it up. For a lip liner, I'm taking my MAC Chestnut lip liner and just outlining my lips. I've been drawing for this lip liner for almost every look now. Then I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in my namesake, Allison. And I'm going to apply that. And I'm kind of going to go over the lip liner with that shade. I just like, that's just my kind of technique. And in the center, I'm going to take this NYX Lingerie in the shade Lace Detail and apply that in the center, because I wanted that kind of different texture on my lips. And then for lip gloss, I'm going to take this black opal lip gloss in the shade Bliss. And that completes our look. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.